Welcome back to part 2, where we continue counting down the most powerful rulers in history, and the stakes only get higher from here.
She wasn't just a queen, she was one of the most powerful women in history, Cleopatra.
Cleopatra ruled Egypt with intelligence, charm, and unmatched strategy. She didn't just rule Egypt. She influenced the fate of empires. She formed alliances with Rome's most powerful leaders, including Julius Caesar. But her rise came with danger, wars, betrayal, and a fight to hold her throne. A queen of power, intelligence, and legend. Her story still fascinates the world today.
Let me share an interesting fact about Cleopatra. She was not actually Egyptian by blood. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek royal family descendant from one of the Alexander the Great's generals. Yet she became the first ruler of her line to learn the Egyptian language and fully embrace Egyptian culture. A warrior respected even by his enemies, Salahuddin.
Saladin rose as one of the greatest leaders of the Crusades. Saladin became a symbol of honor, strength, and true leadership. He defeated powerful armies at the Battle of Hattin, changing the course of history. He recaptured Jerusalem, not with destruction, but with mercy and honor. Saladin became a symbol of honor, strength, and true leadership.
When Salahuddin died, he left behind almost no personal wealth. Despite ruling a vast empire, he had only a few coins to his name. Most of his wealth had been given away to charity and his people. His funeral was simple, showing he lived not for luxury, but for honor and service. A conqueror who would choose peace, Ashoka.
Ashoka was one of India's most powerful emperors. He fought a brutal war in Kalinga, leaving thousands dead. But the destruction changed him, turning a warrior into a man of peace. He embraced Buddhism and ruled through justice, compassion, and dharma.
Let me share an interesting fact. Ashoka used stone pillars across his empire as public announcement, almost like an ancient billboards. What makes it unique? These pillars, called edicts, were placed along roads and cities. They shared messages about morality, kindness, and good governance, written in multiple languages so ordinary people could understand. This was one of the earliest mass communication systems in history. He never lost a single battle. Alexander the Great, the king who conquered the known world.
From Greece to Persia, he led fearless armies, defeating powerful empires along the way. Riding into battle, he inspired loyalty and unstoppable momentum. His empire stretched across 3 continents of spreading Greek culture far and wide, a legend of ambition, power, and conquest.
Let me share an interesting fact about the Alexander the Great. When Alexander died, he reportedly asked for his hands to be left outside his coffin. Why this is powerful? It symbolized that even the greatest conqueror leaves the world with nothing. A man who ruled vast lands took nothing with him in the end. He built the largest empire in history, Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan rose from the harsh Mongolian steppes to become a legendary conqueror. With unmatched cavalry speed and strategy, his armies swept across vast lands. His empire stretched from Asia to Europe, changing the course of history. A ruler of power, fear, and lasting impact. Genghis Khan didn't just conquer lands. He built a system that connected the world.
Why this makes him number 1 among top 10 greatest rulers in history? He was not just a conqueror, a system builder. His impact went beyond war, which shaped global exchange. His influence lasted long after his empire. From legends like Alexander the Great to empire builders like Genghis Khan, these rulers didn't just lead nations, they changed the course of history. But the question remains, who is the greatest ruler in your opinion? Comment down below and follow for more powerful stories from the past.